What's up, everybody? It's your boy Will King here at the After the Whistle podcast. This is the debut show, and I'm extremely excited to do this. This is a long.
I'm about to tell you. He need to jump on the ball.
This is a long format. It's our first long form format, and I'm excited. And I brought a crew with me today. First, I have my brother Amos King. Shout out Amos. What up, boy?
Yes, I'm here. How we doing?
And we also got my man, 20 grand, Coach Chuck. If you guys are in the field for a good barber or you just want to learn about tips on how to be a better barber, there's nobody better right now on the social media platform than my boy, Coach Chuck. What up, Chuck?
Appreciate that, man. What's going on, Will? Amos?
Yo, it's doing good, man. So,
Good.
I mean, I'm feeling well, and I'm ready to dive into this conversation. So we're talking about Super Bowl 60. It's this weekend. Big game.
Weekend.
Yes.
Big game
Big weekend.
for some of us here.
For all of us.
All of us. Come on now.
For some of us here. And we're gonna start this off this conversation about how did both these teams get here. And when I say teams, I'm talking about the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. New England Patriots at the beginning of the season, it was like 8,000 to 1 for them to make it to the Super Bowl, as well as the Seahawks. It was 6,000 to 1 to make the Super Bowl. And here we are. We got two of the impossibles making it possible this weekend. So that's in itself. So let's start this off. Chuck, I'm going to start off with you. I want you to tell me what do you believe was the single turning point in a game for the New England to make them or make you think that they were real contenders?
The single turning point in a game was the game when they played the Bills. The first time they played the Bills at the in Buffalo, that first game.
In Buffalo.
And they weren't ready then. It was like they were just building their confidence. They were building their confidence. So it was like they were babies and they still didn't believe yet. They still didn't believe what was going on. But then when they beat Buffalo, that was like the turning point. Now they knew that they were ready and they were contenders and ready to compete.
At what point in that game, like what specific part of their team that was like made you go, holy smoke? Was it the offense? Was it the running back, quarterback, receiving play? Was it the defense? What part of the team that made
Diggs, the ex-Buffalo Bill?
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs has literally turned this team into believers. If every time they turn the camera to the Patriots, what's the one constant you see? Talking to the team.
Diggs amping them up. Diggs amping them up. Being a real leader.
Yes.
And Amos, speaking on Stephon Diggs, like Coach Chuck said, being a real leader.
Yes.
Do you see the contradiction of the narrative about Diggs being more of a virus to a team, but you see him here in New England as more of a leader? What has made it so different here in New England rather than in Buffalo and in Houston?
Buffalo, you said? I believe it's ownership.
Ownership as I like what?
How they see Stephon Diggs, because to me, Stephon Diggs is not the problem. Stephon Diggs was never the problem. It was like
he wasn't the problem in the other
with Buffalo and the Houston Texans. I believe he felt like he wasn't wanted there anymore in both teams. But here in New England, he doesn't feel that way. He feels welcome. They see him as a leader. He displayed his leadership skills. Go ahead.
Kind of giving him the chance to kind of grow into himself. I can see in New England a definite difference in his demeanor and his mindset. I remember, Chuck, in the beginning, he was caught with that purple cocaine on the boat. And I was like, oh my God, this nigga, he about to do it again.
Right.
He about to ruin it. And then all of a sudden, the New England Patriots, rather than send him to the Wolves, they were like, we're gonna let this play out, let the core system do its thing, and we'll see what happens. And I think they benefited off that. Do you agree or disagree on that?
Absolutely. Like at the end of the day, everything that goes on in the media and in these players' lives is all speculation and it's not it's no definite truth to what is being told, you know.
Right.
So until you gotta let it play out. I think that the NFL sometimes they react too fast to something, or some teams react too fast, cast away a player, and don't let it play out. If you look, nothing came about that story.
Right.
Nothing came
Nothing.
about the story. It never showed him doing drugs.
Never. I don't know what it was, but however it was, if it was true or not, I'm just glad that it turned out the way it turned out. Now, in
Allegedly. That's
addition,
the word I was thinking about. Allegedly.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, allegedly. Now, in
Allegedly.
addition to both New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks, I'm going to ask a question for both of you guys, and I already know probably the answer to this, but I think it's going to lead to a better segue in the conversation. And the question is, which team had the harder road to get to the playoffs, and did it or does it really actually matter? So, Amos, I'll give that to you. Which team had the harder playoff path, and does it really matter?
I believe New England had the harder path in the playoffs because they played the team.
Explain how do you
I'm going to
why did you
explain
say
it
that?
because they played
Yep.
all the teams they played against. Their defenses that they played against were all top 10 defenses.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers, Texans, Broncos, top
And
defenses in
now,
the NFL. And now they got to face Seattle,
right,
who is fast and young.
right. So,
So
do you think that really matters in
I
this
believe that
game?
I
Did
believe that it's
playing
proven
these
that
top teams, does that really matter in the game?
it's proved that they're battle tested.
Right.
They are able to hang.
So,
They are able to compete.
right,
Their confidence
right,
has not. They're confidence builders.
right. And then at the same time, Chuck, do you believe that New England had the harder path, or do you believe that Seattle had the harder path?
Uh, it's difficult to say because even though they play top defenses,
Hmm.
offensively, none of those teams posed a problem. You know,
Okay.
whereas Seattle, they had to come to Seattle, which made that path easier, right? We're playing a home game, right?
Hmm.
But you're playing the
Hmm.
Rams, who's has been your nemesis. You know, Sam Darnold had his worst games this year against the Rams. In
Yeah.
2 games against the Rams this year in the regular season, he threw 6 interceptions in those 2 games, 4 in one game, 2 in the other. So now you're playing
Right.
against that same team in the NFC Championship who already has championship Super Bowl experience, and you
Hmm.
go out and you beat those guys too, and you play almost a perfect game.
Right.
That said a lot. That said a lot, but I don't think that it matters. I really don't think that it matters the road
Mhm.
to get there, because at the end of the day, you have to face each other. Styles
Right.
make fights, right? Styles make fights.
Right. And I can agree with both of you guys, but I'm gonna go a different path. I'm gonna say both of the teams' path to the playoff was evenly difficult, and this is why I say that. For the New England Patriots, they played the top defenses, like you said, Amos, best pass rushers, best secondary linebackers. But to your saying, Chuck, they really didn't have no offensive, pushback on these teams. But yet, at the same time, we're talking about New England Patriots offense that really didn't put up any points. They had to play strict, sound football in order to beat these teams, these elite teams that don't allow a lot of points, don't really make too much mistakes, and you had to play nearly perfect in order to beat these teams, and they did so. So that's extremely difficult, and doing it back to back, week to week, week after week. Then on Seattle's side, you're arguably playing the best offense of team in the NFL with the Rams. And then on top of that, even though they were hurt, they still had to beat San Francisco 49ers.
Division foe.
Yes, they're kittleless, but that's still a crazy offensive juggernaut. Are they not? Yeah, and not
Absolutely.
to mention, this
Shanahan's a
was what, the
genius
third time? Yeah, is
yeah,
this
so
the
it's the
third time
third
they played the
time.
Rams?
against both
So,
teams.
e-
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, both teams,
yeah,
San
so
Fran and the
I
Rams.
think so they both equally difficult, but I don't think it really. I think it does matter because the New England Patriots, even though Drake May has played like subpar compared to his regular season performance, but I think he's battle tested and ready. It's like preparation for the big game to play against Seattle's defense that's coming. And then on the flip side, you got Seattle that's kind of like battle tested as far as like not making too many mistakes and being able to close out games. So I think this Super Bowl is going to be far better and higher scoring than what everybody is claiming or proclaiming it's going to be. Now, which one of these teams, Amos, I'm going to say, which one of these teams peaked at the right time, and what part of their team peaked in the in the playoffs?
In the playoffs, what team? I would have to go with Seattle.
And that goes for you too, Chuck. If you could jump in while he's thinking.
Yeah, I think Seattle.
Seattle. So you say Seattle peaked at the perfect time in the playoffs. What part of their team has peaked?
That part of the team, I believe, is Kenneth Walker. The run game. The run game clicked. Definitely clicked because when
The
they
run
was
game.
yes,
Explain. Keep going. Like what has he done?
Kenneth Walker in the
Go ahead.
playoffs. What have he done? He's been in that game against the
Yeah.
Rams. If that running game did not initiate in the first half, Sam Darnold wouldn't be able to throw that ball to JSN like that because of the run game. The Rams got exploited with their secondary. Their secondary is not all that.
Okay.
So what they was doing, they was biting on the run. Kenneth Walker opening up for Sam Darnold to manage the game properly and throw to JSN.
JSN, you're right. Okay, and I can agree with that. Chuck, do you agree with Seattle being the team or New England being the team that peaked at the playoffs, and what part of that team, if you agree with that?
I think both, right? I'm talking about, and I'm thinking about moments, right? Because let's go New England first, right? Because the big moment in the New England game on the line, you have to get a first down, and they do the naked bootleg to Drake May, and he does that, and what that's going to do for that kid confidence, along with having a coach like Josh McDaniels who's been there, seen it all, and done it all to help coach him through that.
10 times, be his 10th time.
That was a big moment. That was a huge moment for New England because I was watching videos playback of that game, and the kid he was saying how hard it was. Drake May was saying how difficult this game was. You seen that? And Josh McDaniels was just like, look at me, like instilling confidence in the kid. You know what I mean? So that was huge.
Right.
And on the Seattle side, their offense and Kenneth Walker, especially because you got to think they're a two-headed monster team, and Charbonnet tore his ACL in the last week of the season. So he had to shoulder the load of normally what two running backs do. He's taking it all on his shoulders and showing out. And then also that's opening up JSN. But it brings me to another moment. It brings me to another moment because I don't think that I spoke about this moment. Seattle trading for Shaheed at the trade deadline. That
was a big one. That
was a big move, and look how it's paying off. Even though he's a rental for 1 year. And that one contender make the trade to get the receiver they need, and then you got other contenders who don't make that trade and they lose. They're not here.
You're absolutely right.
So
let's pivot a little bit. Those are big moments, and I agree with that. We're going to pivot just a little bit, and we're going to talk about quarterback play for both Sam Darnold and Drake May. So I'm going to ask, who is more dangerous? Which quarterback is more dangerous when the play breaks down? Sam Darnold or Drake May? Let me jump off and just say it's Drake May. And the reason being because he can make plays with his legs. First of all, let me say, do not compare him to Josh Allen. I don't want to hear that. But I will say there are similarities to other quarterbacks like Cam Newton's run style, because it's the physicality and finishing at the end. He's not a very good slider, let me tell you that. He don't slide very well. But when the play breaks down, he steps up and then he takes off. Agree or disagree? So I think he's a little bit more dangerous when the plays break down more than Sam Darnold, who's more inside the pocket. Agree or disagree, Amos?
I would have to agree because Drake May, he does seem more calm under pressure. When you pressure Sam Darnold, he tendency to turn the ball over. he gets rattled. He sees ghosts.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that's when it definitely hurt his
Right.
team. So I have yet
You're
to see
wrong.
that.
You're wrong for that.
I'm not gonna
He did say
Take
that.
that back. The
He
UC
goes
Ghost thing. That's a shot at me. I don't like. I don't like
Yeah.
that
When he played for the
one.
But yeah, but
Yeah.
like I said,
So it
yeah, I
is
agree.
AC Ghost out there.
Drake May. Yeah, Drake May. Drake May.
Okay. Chuck, do you agree or disagree with that?
I agree. Drake May is an issue, and that and goes back to the game we were talking about before, the defining game to where I seen it turn around was that Bills game, that roll right with Drake May, and then in the pass to Stephon Diggs when they needed it. Like
That little yeah, and he caught it. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
show like
Yeah.
his rate against the blitz, and it's like at this point, don't even blitz the kid.
Right.
He's
You
killing
don't
you.
even because he's gonna take off. He's
Yeah.
gonna kill you. The benefits of a good coaching staff and a good system often gets overlooked. Like which one of these quarterbacks has benefit? Because I know first reaction would be Drake May, but I also think Sam Darnold is benefiting from a good coaching and program because of his previous visits to the other teams and how much better he's gotten.
Yeah.
So my question to you, Chuck, is which one of these quarterbacks has benefited the most from their system and how they elevated?
Benefit the most from the system and how they elevate it. I would. It's that. It's 50-50. It's 50-50, man. Because we
You
seen
got to give me what context.
we seen Drake May without Josh McDaniels last year for a few games. And he's pulling out potential, the things they seen potential in with Drake May. He's bringing those things to life. Right? Whereas Sam Darnold, it's his stop with Kyle Shanahan. Then he went with KOC over there with Minnesota. And now he's with Kubiak. So they helped develop and bring the potential that was seen in him when he was drafted in the top what was he, fourth pick overall? Fourth or third or fourth pick overall. Top five.
Right.
Yeah, he's top five. Top five.
So yeah, top five. So I think that both of them are benefiting from the coaching, man. Coaching is a lot, especially when it comes to quarterbacks.
You know what? Speaking of the system, you know how like Bill Belichick has gotten a lot of grief for not being able to draft well and be able to manage personnel. But if you look at who Mike Vrabel has, there's only a couple additions that he picked up on the offseason. The majority of that team is what Bill Belichick picked up and drafted and all that. So could we say, is it fair to say that Vrabel is benefiting from Belichick's last great hoorah as far as personnel?
I wouldn't say that.
Nah.
And the reason why I wouldn't say that is because
Drake May
these guys
it's the same offense outside of Diggs.
Drake May wasn't.
It was Cam.
Drake May was last year with
Mayo.
he was with who's the coach last year?
It was Mayo.
Drake May was Gerard Mayo. That was Gerard Mayo with him. Yeah.
Right.
So
okay. Well, Drake, but we're talking about Marcus Jones.
I'll give you Marcus Jones and Gonzalez. I'll give you Gonzalez, Hunter, Marcus Jones.
Yeah. What's the other boy over there? When Booty came what, last year? Or did he come with Belichick 2 years ago?
He's with Belichick. Yeah, Booty was with Belichick.
Yeah, because Booty wasn't.
Kyle Williams a rookie.
He was a rookie. So let me ask you this: if he had all these players, and and I'm glad you brought up Belichick with this Hall of Fame thing. If he had all these players, obviously now they must be being coached up. They're being coached better now.
Yeah, that's not even an argument. I mean, Vrabel is a player's coach right now.
Yes.
These guys from all the interview. I don't know if you guys been watching the Super Bowl like interviews and stuff like that. They're always speaking highly of Mike Vrabel, and it seems like these guys are willing to run through a brick wall. If he asks them to run through a brick wall, they're going to run through it backwards if he was to ask them. So, Amos, I'm going to ask you this. Which quarterback has shown more growth this year, Sam Darnold or Drake May?
Drake May. By far is Drake May. Because
Drake May more than Sam Darnold?
Yes. Think about this. Because I'm going back to last year when Drake May actually got initiated into the offense. He came in, halfway through the season last year.
Week 5, week 6, something like that. Week 5, week 6.
Week 5, week 6, around right there. All right. So
I want to say
he
week
started
6.
to feel from that coaching staff, right? That coaching staff with him, into now how he's developed. Like, seems like a different quarterback. You know what I mean?
How though? How per se? Like, how is he different? What do you see is different?
He's more poised. He's more relaxed. He's able to deliver under pressure. Like against the Texans when they needed that one it was third down when he dropped back and the pressure came from Will Anderson and he threw it to Hunter Henry. Remember the end zone? It was like a 30-something yard pass. Prior in that game, he got sacked 4 times prior to that, and he was strip sacked too in that game, and he still kept the composure under pressure.
Right.
Drake May.
I mean, you make valid points.
Like I said, Drake May. I believe he is the one. He is him. Drake May is him because how he's able.
He's Timothy.
Because how he's able to. What stands out to me is how he's able to control under pressure in a short span of time in year 2.
Coach, do you agree with, is it Drake May or is it Sam Darnold?
I think Sam Darnold, man. And the reason why I say Sam Darnold is because the pressure that the guy was under to have to perform. So you pretty much, so let's look at it this way. The past 2 years, Sam Darnold is the winningest quarterback in the NFL, record-wise. He has the most wins, back-to-back 14 win seasons. And the pressure he had where a team that got rid of him didn't cast him away, Minnesota, in which they should have kept him. Everybody go right to the Jets, say we kicking ourselves in the foot saying we should have kept Drake May. No, the Minnesota Vikings should have kept, not Drake May, Sam Darnold. The Minnesota Vikings should have kept Sam Darnold. And then to turn around and go to a new team and have to do it all over again, new system, new players, new coach, and to turn around and get another 14-win season, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's a good feat. Yeah, and I agree with both of you guys. And since we're on quarterbacks and we just had the NFL honors last night, you agree or disagree with the MVP nod?
I agree.
Either one could jump in.
Yeah,
You agree?
I agree with Stanford. Of course.
Let me tell you something. I disagree with both of y'all. I don't know what type of cocaine y'all on. It's called most valuable player. That means you remove that person from that team, then they be a winning team. And here's my analogy. If we was to remove Drake May and we move Sam Darnold, and let's put a an average quarterback right now, like Joe Flacco. You put Joe Flacco, have him play for both Seattle and New England for a full season. Does he get more wins with Seattle or he gets more wins with New England? If you pick Seattle, it's because that he has more of a supporting cast and anybody can fill that spot and come up with a winning season.
We talking about the Rams? We talking about
New
Stafford,
England,
right?
that Drake May has. Huh?
We talking about
Stafford. I'm sorry. Yeah, Stafford. Stafford. Yes, I'm sorry. Stafford. Please forgive me, everybody. You know what I meant. Stafford. You take Stafford out and you put Joe Flacco on there. Is that a playoff team still? If you take Flacco and put him on New England, is that a playoff team?
Maybe.
So
maybe
you're saying maybe here,
I
but
honestly don't say. Yeah, definitely no for the Rams. Like they totally rely on the pass game.
Flacco can't take.
No, I think the Rams are still. Yes, I think the Rams. You got to see what Flacco did when he went to with the Bengals after he left the Browns. When he went to the Bengals, he had the supporting cast and he was doing what? Win streak. And then if you put it with Seattle, I mean with the Rams, with Devontae, Puka, Higsby and them boys, with Kyron Williams and Blake Corum, like oh my God, they will definitely make the playoffs for the wild card.
You guys are giving Joe Flacco too much credit. Too much credit. We talk about a guy that was cut. We talk about a guy that was cut. We talk about a guy that was cut for 2 rookies.
Yes. I guess the point I'm trying to prove is that when it comes to most valuable player, it means that that team cannot be successful without that player. And so I picked Joe Flacco because he's the average quarterback, still seasoned enough to get wins.
Average Joe.
I'm saying that an average Joe, that if you put him on New England, they're not making the playoff for Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, with the team that Stafford had, he can make it, and maybe you go into deep in the playoffs. So is it Stafford's the benefit? Is he the most valuable player, or he's the most valuable player based on the production and the support that he's had?
He's the most valuable player.
That's my only argument.
Yeah,
He's the most valuable player.
Then Chuck,
Look at their stats. Look at their stats.
Drake May lost by 1 point, huh?
Look at their
His stats.
stats.
Yeah, his stats is based. He has a great offensive players. Drake May is just behind him with Stephon Diggs. Really, that's a well-known offensive threat.
Booty.
Come on, he's just now coming into to himself. I'm talking about
Stephon.
Still Stafford got over there compared to what New England got.
Hey, but that doesn't.
Can I say this one thing? Can I say this one thing? Drake May lost from 1 vote, and you know it was 3 votes for Josh Allen, and then it was 1 vote for Justin Herbert. You know what that says to me? That person wanted to vote for Drake May, but they didn't want to cause a ruckus and just voted for somebody stupid like Justin Herbert. That's what pissed me off.
Why does that say that to you? Why does that say that to you?
What has Justin Herbert did this year to even put him in that conversation?
Yo, what does Josh Allen did this year?
Right?
He shouldn't be in the conversation either.
Huh?
Josh Allen shouldn't be in the conversation either.
Exactly.
Facts. Yeah,
well, at least I gave him benefit of the doubt. It's bullshit. I think all 4 of them motherfuckers was going to vote for Drake May, but they didn't want to hurt the old man's feelings. That's how I feel. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm biased, but
maybe. I think
here's what I think. I think out of those 2 guys,
fan coming out of you, bro. That's a New England fan coming out of you, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
Out of those 2 guys, Drake May, I don't think we understand the benefit that Josh McDaniels, having Josh McDaniel for this young guy.
Yeah.
He is lit. Yo, I'm not saying Drake May's a game manager because he's not. He's definitely a ascending star, right? But the way that Josh McDaniel has him managing the games is totally different. Stafford just let it loose. Like he's free to just do whatever he wants. He's doing no look passes. You know what I mean? And he's 52.
Yeah. You're right. I can agree with that. And
no knock on either, though.
You got me thinking about something, Chuck. You got me thinking about something, Chuck. I've been very critical of what's the name? Chicken George. And that's Cam Newton. How he constantly disrespect my team, calling us fool's gold. Now, Chicken George need to get himself together, all right, and stop being a hater and understand that he's in the midst and he has the privilege to sit and talk about and be involved and analyze a great quarterback like Drake May. He's pissing me off. Now, let me ask you, is he being a critic or is he being a hater? Is Chicken George, Cam Newton, being a hater, or is he really trying to critique and telling the truth about Drake May and the New England Patriots being fool's gold?
He's being an analyst.
Anybody.
Yeah.
He's being an
So
analyst.
you agree what he's saying?
Yo, first of all.
You agree what he's saying?
First of all, Cam is
critical of quarterbacks.
Cam is played on the highest level of the highest levels, right? So I can take that coming from Cam Newton talking about another quarterback. I can take that. I can listen to Cam Newton and say, he right, because the way he see it, Cam was a superstar. Cam took a team, he took the Carolina Panthers on his back to the Super Bowl. Talk about weapons. He didn't have one.
He was MVP.
So, yeah, and he's MVP.
Let me get the distinct. Let me get clarification. When he says fool's gold, that's like being perceived as something precious, but then when it's under pressure, you find out that it's not precious, it's not gold, right? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Is that what that's what they? Okay, with that mindset, Cam Newton, when he went to the Super Bowl and
don't do it,
he was shining and looking like MVP, but when we added pressure and he couldn't jump on that ball, all he had to do was jump on that ball that he fumbled. Remember that play? And he could have saved the game. But he chose not to. So who's really fool's gold?
Stop it. Stop.
That was an executive decision. That was an executive decision.
I'm about to tell you this.
He didn't jump on the ball.
Go ahead, Amos.
What, Amos?
Yo, you being disrespectful.
That was an executive decision, bro. Yeah.
He said an executive decision that automatically you lost the business, bro. All your big ass had to do was jump on the ball. You was scared.
Yo, you jumped.
Nigga scared.
That man. Tell me that Denver was not headhunting that man the whole game. Tell me they was not trying to knock him out.
All I want to bring to your attention is when the pressure came on him and he was supposed to shine like a diamond, the nigga folded and with Cuban zirconian on us and didn't jump on the ball. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Chuck.
I think you're being very disrespectful to Cam Newton. Yeah, man, the Superman.
That's more of a fan. Don't somebody know that? I'll tell you.
Being disrespectful. This is pre. Yeah,
am
this is
I
this is a
lying though?
Yeah, no, what you're doing is deflecting. That's what you're doing. You're deflecting that your team may be fool's gold.
No,
We still have not seen them under
no.
pressure. Everybody they played,
How many?
yeah. Let's get into it now. I tried to be peace, PR. You know what I mean? Yo, we still haven't seen them with a real opposition yet. They went. If Sean Payton kicks the field goal, they win the game in the first half. If they go up 10-0, they win.
Split and y'all be high.
True. That's Sean Payton for.
But
what I'm saying is, they were playing against Bo Nix and they beat you. If Bo Nix played, they win.
Yeah.
If Nico,
I think they lose.
Hold on. If Nico Collins play, they win. Y'all keep playing these handicapped teams, and guess what? The jig is up. The Seattle ain't coming to this game with a handicap. They ain't coming with nobody in the wheelchair.
So
Sam Darnold.
Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's an open invite. I swear to God, make sure that you got some time off next week to do the after the Super Bowl show. So when I look into your face and them boys beat Seattle, I want to know what excuse that you're gonna give me on why they won. Because we're playing arguably the number 1, number 2 defense, right? 1 or 2, right? And then Sam Darnold is playing lights out. You got what's his name?
Too. They can put points up too.
Yeah, they put points up. Receiver. Well, I mean, it's everything. So
Offensive player of the year.
You guys and all the naysayer has been wishing for the last year, this season, is coming to fruition. If they pass this test, I don't want to hear nothing.
Yo, I haven't been wishing for it.
Is that safe to say?
Yeah, safe to say.
What?
But I haven't been wishing for it. Like I have no problem with New England. My problem is with Will King. It's not the New England Patriots.
I'm just trying to keep it real. I'm trying to bring some sense to this. But let's pivot off of the quarterbacks and offense a little bit, and let's lean into this defense. I think arguably the most important part and impressive part of New England has been the development of their defense. And we watched in real time how that defense went from the defense that lost to the Raiders to the defense that's now keeping people under 17 points per game. And the turnover ratio, the pressure. They don't have a lot of pressure, but they give enough pressure to win games. Do you think which defense is going to be the defense to lose in this? Like, what defense is gonna give up the big play? New England or the Seahawks? Amos.
Ooh,
most likely to give up that big play.
To give up the big play, kind of because they both run a 3-4 base defense, but Seattle like running the nickel more. So, the only team I would have to go with Seattle that might give up the big plays more because I have yet because Tariq Woolen over there in Seattle, he hasn't been the same. And let's see, and Gonzalez over in New England, he's been doing his thing. He's been locking down the receiver. So, and New England as collectively in their secondary, I see their communication is more sound. So yeah, I believe Seattle. Yeah, Seattle would be. Yeah, I believe Seattle would be the one that was giving up the big play at the wrong time.
Coach, you agree with that?
No, no.
Why? Who you thinking? You say New England?
Easy.
Tell me why.
It's easy to keep. It's easy to keep people under 17 points when they're playing a backup quarterback. When they're playing another quarterback that don't have any receivers playing. It's easy to keep people under 17 points. Then Gonzalez. Okay. I'm gonna tell you this. Gonzalez is good, but Sutton was open. Sutton was open, man, and he couldn't catch the ball.
Because the pressure. Who couldn't catch the ball?
You ain't got to worry about that. I don't think Gonzalez ain't gonna be able to do nothing with JSN. I dare Gonzalez to follow JSN on Sunday.
So here's the deal. They're gonna definitely take him away.
What?
Just pretend JSN is not gonna be playing. He's gonna give you a little. He's not gonna be as dominant as he's been. It's that they're taking him away. So now it's going to be put in the hands of Sam Darnold. And it's not even Walker's not going to be that guy either because for one, we have one of the top run stop defense in the league. So he'll get probably 50 something yards maybe. So it's going to be in Sam Darnold's hands. So you're seeing that New England's going to end up being the defense that folds. Amos saying Seattle. I'm saying that New England has played all year a bend but don't break defense for formality. I haven't really bend and no break.
Shit, they broke against the Bills, but Bills put up about 30
That's the
something
second
points
time.
on their
Yeah,
ass.
the second game.
Right.
So let's not forget the onslaught in the first half. And yes, they fucked up, and I believe that was more coaching than anything. I think it was more coaching. I think they got too lax. I think they got ahead of themselves, and it was a learning curve for a young team in that game, Chuck. So I do appreciate you coming at my team, and rightfully so, because you're a Jets fan, and I didn't want to bring this up because it's a sore spot for you, but you are a Jet
They can
fan
see it.
in the
They can see
midst
that.
of a New England Patriot fan who has now dominated on top of the division again. And it sucks for you. It really do. And I feel for you. Your spirit could be broken now. And I know you're thinking one way, but let's be reality.
No, I'm good. That's Bills fans that probably their hearts is broken. It ain't me. Like, we didn't have a chance. We didn't have a chance to begin with. So I didn't expect to win the division. You know what I mean? But
So
I
let's
don't
keep
have a problem
defense.
with. Yeah.
Let's keep defense. And
I don't know,
I'm gonna
man. I
ask
just
you
think
right now.
I just think that
I see.
I think that Seattle
Go ahead.
pass game is going to open up. I don't know if they can. It's going to be tested. Let's say that New England pass defense will be tested come Sunday.
So if this becomes a field position game, who's gonna win? Amos?
Field position?
Yeah, if it comes down to field positioning, who's gonna win the game?
And that's including, like, let's say, like a special team play. I would have to go
Anything. When it's just all game, it's not a lot of points going on. It's all about punts and being in the right part of the field, short field, and all that. If it becomes that type of game, who's most likely to win that type of game?
I'm going to go with history. I'm going to go with New England. I'm going with the
I
history.
agree.
New
Chuck,
England.
you agree? What do you think?
I want to agree, but it's difficult because Mike McDonald is a great defensive guy. Like, he's a great defensive coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because he came from the Ravens. If you know Mike McDonald, he came from the Ravens defense, and the way that he turned this defense around. And so it's tough, man, because just playing in the NFC West is tough, right? So he had to deal with. Let's not include Arizona right now, right? But you played San Francisco and the Rams 3 times. That's 6 games where it kind of came down to slugging it out. You know what I mean? Field position, but they scored more points in the West. But it's tough. But I do want to. I would like to think that if it becomes like a boxing match, then it probably will be a Patriots game. More than likely, a Patriots.
Is that because of the players or because of the coaching staff and their experience in these type of big game fights?
I would say the players when it comes players and coaching. Well, players for the Patriots, coaching for Seattle. Nothing against Vrabel. I think Vrabel is a great coach, but Vrabel isn't calling the defense. He's a great coach.
Right.
But if it comes down to players, New England.
Yeah. If it comes down to the battle, like field positioning, I think it's definitely going to be a better situation for New England. If it becomes a shootout, Seattle has that hands down. They don't. New England doesn't want to get into a shootout with this team. Not even close.
No.
So you know what? I like how this conversation is going. I want to give you guys a chance. I'm gonna give you guys 3 minutes apiece. You don't have to take up the whole 3 minutes. I want you to give me your prediction on the Super Bowl. I want you to tell me the exact score and the reasoning behind that pick and that score. All right. So Amos, in the Super Bowl 60 that's coming up this Sunday, big game, who wins, by how much, and why?
Okay. I have to go with New England, the underdogs.
Really? Score?
I choose New England. The score I got, it's 27-24. It's going to be my final score.
Why?
Because I believe, the history-wise, and how the coaching too plays a part. I for some reason I just feel like New England just has good football guys on their side too as well. Like I say, like I firmly believe that the Patriots is going to win 27-24.
Okay.
Drake May is going to drive them down, get them in field goal range. It's going to be tied, and then they're going to win in regulation.
He's talking about Tom Brady-esque type win.
Yes.
Coach, what do you think? Winner, score, and why?
I can see it going both ways. And be honest with you, I really haven't been even excited about this game until like right now. Like now, and I'm like getting into this game as we're talking about it. You know what I mean? Like I really haven't really been. It don't even feel like Super Bowl week to me. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with Seattle or Patriots, but it's just like missing that storyline. You know what I mean? That it usually has.
Yeah.
I want to say 24-23 will be the winner of this game.
Who's the winner? Who's the winner?
Sam Darnold will get Super Bowl MVP.
I take that as such a disrespect to the football gods and all my fans in Foxborough. And so you said Seattle gonna win by 1. Sam Darnold's get MVP.
Yeah,
and your reasoning why?
Here go another prediction for you. Shaheed will change the game with a special teams play.
You guys hear this, ladies and gentlemen? Are you hearing Coach Chuck? You hear? I want you guys to really dial in on this and remember, make notes for this game. So when we come back after the Super Bowl, and if this don't hit like that, we is on your ass, Chuck. We is on your ass. But tell me, why do you think what you think? Like, tell me the reason why Seattle's going to win.
I think that Seattle is. I just don't think. See, we talk about football gods' history, but this isn't Bill Belichick and Tom Brady's Patriots. It's still Robert Kraft, and they would love to get this win so they can tie Tom Brady. They want to get this win so bad, right? But Seattle ain't going for that. They're a different coach team also. If this Seattle team was to make that call and hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch or throw a quick slant, Mike McDonald's handing the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. You know what I mean? So I don't think that I don't think that the game is going to be. I don't think that the game is going to be too big for Seattle. I think that Mike McDonald. Prior to the NFC Championship game, they showed a clip of his first day at the team facility. He had the team in the room, and he said he was hired 2 years ago. And he said on that first day, we're going to be in an NFC Championship game. It's going to be here in Seattle, and our opponent will know what they're up against. It only took that guy 2 years to do it.
Right.
I think he's going to have that team ready to perform on Sunday. Nothing against Vrabel and the Patriots, because I think they're going to be ready to perform too. Because
this is his first year with
it's not about the young guys. True, but this is my knock on that. It's not a knock on that, but everybody give it to Vrabel. But they spent $300 million in free agency this offseason.
Yeah, so one person got majority of that.
It's not about just coaching them up. It's about the players that they brought in. Also, you get what I'm saying? So I have no knock on Vrabel. I just think that Mike McDonald is the better coach. This ain't Vrabel's first stop. He was in. Let's not act like he wasn't in Tennessee.
Yeah, and he also did well there. Yes, he got fired, but he did well there for us. He also had Tannehill. So let's just. But I can respect both. I respect both of your guys' viewpoints. Now it's my turn to give you my this idea of who's going to win and why. Obviously, let me see if I can
beat you. Let me see if I can beat you for a second. The Patriots is going to win, and this is how it's going to happen. The Patriots is going to win.
That's exactly how I'm gonna set it up. Let me set it up.
Right.
The New England Patriots and Seattle Seahawks is going to put on one of the greatest shows of Super Bowl history. Number one. Number two, you are going to see the evolution of Drake May. He is due for a great game. He played like crap in the postseason when the majority of the games that he played was in shitty weather conditions. On top of that, dealing with top pass rushers. Seattle Seahawks doesn't have the pass rush. They do have a pass rush, but it's not like Anderson's. It's not like what Denver has.
Nick Benito.
It's something totally different. New England wins 28-17. Drake May gets 3 passing touchdowns. Henderson gets the 4th. MVP goes to Drake May or Henderson. I don't know, one of those two. The reason being, it's because of Josh McDaniels. This is his 10th Super Bowl appearance. 10. However great that Seattle coach is, he still lacks the experience in the big show. as many times as Josh McDaniels has. Matter of fact, Josh McDaniel is coaching Vrabel right now and reminding him what preparation looks like in order for these big games. He knows exactly what to do. He knows exactly what to say, as you alluded to earlier, Chuck, on how he talks to Dre May and coaches him up. If you think by any chance that he hasn't been on Drake May's hip all week and coaching him and telling him all the ins and outs, things that some coaches will overlook due to lack of not knowing or experiencing the Super Bowl as much as Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels arguably should be the MVP, but they don't give it to the coaches. New England, 28-17 because of Josh McDaniels. 28-17. Point blank, period. I love this conversation. I feel like the second half is going to be even more exciting. After the Super Bowl, we're coming back and we're going to revisit everything that you guys said, everything that I said, and we're going to see exactly who came close to it. I appreciate Coach Chuck coming today. I appreciate AK-47 Amos coming out here for today for this first long broadcasting that we're going to have. It's going to be on all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcasting, you're going to be able to get that tomorrow. And I'm super excited. Thank you guys for coming on the show. And thank you for all those people listening in and watching. Like, subscribe, download, cut, share my shit. I don't care as long as you hashtag give some credit back. I appreciate everybody. Thank you. And this was After the Whistle Podcast. Peace.
Jets, Jets, Jets.